is up, folks? We are live for show number 3 of the Wet Bet. Welcome in. Appreciate y'all being here. We'll get it set up here soon. I know some of you know what's going on, but we've got a handful of new folks that are always joining. So we'll give you the rundown of what the Wet Bet is. We're watching live OKC Thunder, 1 seed, playing the 6 seed Minnesota Timberwolves. It's looking like a dominant win for the Thunder so far. Solid team. Iffy fans, solid team. Appears to be a good coach. So yeah, we're tuning in live to that, keeping track of a little hockey. Looks like another blowout in the world of hockey. Panthers are on a roll, trying to go back-to-back this year. Pretty sure they'll do it, unless the Stars get in their way, I think. So yeah, let's get the Wet Bet set up. I got Grandma's Jello mold again. Not the lime this time. We're going red, strawberry red. For all you strawberry fans out there. Strawberry. So what do? Well, we're in the middle of the Triple Crown, even though Sovereignty chose not to run it. Frickin' Preakness had the worst ratings of almost all time. Thanks a lot, Mr. Sovereignty Connections. But yeah, we are here at the Wet Bet. You guys have heard the story. It was an office pool a few years back. Had the old shopping cart out on the pond behind the office, and we all took bets on when that sucker would fall through the ice. Middle of February, it took longer than everyone thought. And I sat there and said, wow, I can make a whole network out of this. So I ordered a banner, and here we are in my basement. We are guessing on the Wet Bet in all her glory. So what do? Well, we don't have pond ice, but we do have 7 inches of pure mountain tap water that goes on the Jello mold. It's a diluted Jello mold. 7 cups of water, 1 cup of ice, frozen overnight, straight on the Jello mold. And what do we do from there? Well, we get our guesses in of when Mr. Secretariat falls through the ice, which is highly unlikely. What is probably going to happen first is some kind of tippage, slippage, or drippage here on the Wet Bet Network. And yeah, so any movement where he falls over is the end of time. We will start the clock. Official Taylor time clocker. It works. Hear the beep. Let it rip. Stop it. Reset it. We're all zeros. It's going to be hot in here. So how hot is it? Well, it's 66 degrees. 24% humidity. Humble abode. So what you do is you throw your guesses in the chat. Get them in there. We'll give you a few minutes here as we tune back into some thunder action. Heavy storms out there in the Midwest recently. Not good. Not good. Not really a thunder, but a tornado or two, or 700 it sounded like. Julius Randle seemed like he was dominant in the first half and then disappeared here in the second half. So it'll be a fun series, I think, for these teams. But yeah, get your guesses in. Total time. If you're here for show number 1 or 2, you kind of know what the massive range can be of this. But here in a couple minutes, we'll throw Secretariat on. We are allowed a repositioning period. Arbitrary number of 15 to 30 seconds to reposition, as he can slide from the get-go, which we don't want to have, so we will reposition if needed. Shea doing Shea things. Everybody's busting knuckles down low, it looks like. Good old NBA game. Cousins are going at it in this round, it sounds like. Old Alexander boys. They look exactly alike, too. Exactly. All right. Has everybody got their guesses in? What do you win? Great question. What do you win if you're right? And it's no Price is Right action. We are just whoever is closest to the time. Whoever gets closest wins, and you become the inaugural member of the prestigious Gushers Club. You're going to look back 15 years from now and say, damn, I'm glad I'm in the Gushers Club. And in fact, I was the first member in the Gushers Club. So get those guesses in. It will pay off, we promise. You will never think twice about it 15 years from now. You will say, there is nothing more important than my wife and my children. And then thirdly is the Gushers Club. So everybody's got your guesses in. If you join us late and we already got Secretariat set up, we can always get some honorary Gusher Club members. You know, if you get closest to the time with a 10-minute, 20-minute, 1-minute, 50-minute head start, we'll throw you in the honorary Gushers Club, which could pay off in the future. Could pay off. You never know. Got a 13-point lead here for the Thunder. Seems like typical game one of any series between a couple good teams, feeling each other out, battling. Players missing shots that they don't normally miss both ways. Shea with the step back, that mid-range. What does he shoot that, like 80%, 83% probably? Did you guys see the Oklahoma City coach trip Mike Conley earlier? That was wild. I know he's just running on the court to call a timeout, but stay off the court, coach. Could have fucked up the old man. What is Conley? 38, 39? Probably not. Probably, though. He was Greg Oden's buddy, wasn't he? Back in 2006. All right, folks. You got those guesses in? Oh, yeah. 15-point lead for the Thunder. This one is out of question. Out of question. All right, here we go. Commercial break. We're going to get this set up. Get those guesses in. We are going to try to find the center gravity of this here ice. Ooh, that feels pretty good. Nice, strong piece of ice today. Maybe the strawberry jello mold is a little thicker, a little more viscous. It's a hell of a word. I think that's going to be a segment on this show, is words that I cannot say. Pretty sure I have a speech impediment, but... Alright, we're starting the timer. Because we fucked that up. We're going to reset. We're going to reset. We forgot the timer and the period here. We're back at 0. We got it so good the first time. That's never happened. We usually have to reposition. Alright. Yep. Little slippage, but we're running. If we get a reset here where the timer keeps running, we'll stick with it here. It's all about that sliding action. You know, if the earth is spinning a little faster tonight than it is the other night, you just never know when this thing might. But yeah, we're going to stick with Secretariat at least through the Triple Crown, maybe through the Breeders' Cup. If you're new to the show here, we like to cover all sports, anything related to wetness. That could be a nice athlete drinking water. Could be a horse taking a piss. Could be a rower rowing a boat. Anything that involves water, which is every sport except soccer, because fuck soccer. No one likes that shit. We will cover it all, and we will always have a focus, always have a segment on horse racing. Appreciate you all following us on the interwebs. We are trying to help out as much as possible with horse racing. It's the true love. One love. One love. Oh, one love. All right, let's get into the nitty gritty. What do we got to cover today? Since these games are snooze fests. Preakness. We were going to throw up the replay. Let's get that sucker pulled up. Preakness card. See if I got that dexterity with the glove on. Preakness. No hand modeling today. Y'all got the show last time. That left hand is taken. Taken. You guys remember when Shea lost in the NCAA tournament to a subpar Kansas State team? Pretty sure Dean Wade took him. That was a hell of a show. Dean Wade, Barry Brown, throwing some names at y'all. Julius Randle, he's a stud. He's the kind of guy you want on your team. If he was only a righty. All right. Preakness. What a race. What a run by journalism down the stretch. The amount of bumping, I cannot believe they did not have some kind of inquiry. I mean, the squeeze that was put on him. Here's our full race replay. Mute that crap so we don't get taken off. Let's pull up the race card. And model. Secretariat's holding in there. Let me know if you guys see him moving at all. Timer's still running. We're at 4:04, 4:07 by the time I got it up there. 3 minutes left in the OKC Timberwolves game. Alex Caruso knocking it down. I think if you put Alex Caruso and Julius Randle on any other team together that was in the playoffs, you would probably win a championship. That's the kind of impact those two bros have. SGA on the drive. Like, what's the difference between Dante DiVincenzo and Alex Caruso? Are they the same player, just 3 or 4 years difference in age and a little more experience? It's hard to tell. Hard to tell. That's why I'm sitting in my basement not coaching. All right, let's throw this replay up. They're in the gates. Heart of Honor was all over the gate. All over the gate. Journalism broke pretty well. American Promise was there too. Clever Again came over from the 8 hole. I mean, I was really tempted to do something with Gosker. Ended up not. Should have had the exacta. Get a little sippy sip. Stay hydrated. Secretary might be on the move here. Might be on the move. I mean, up the backstretch, I didn't feel terrible about where Journalism was. It's probably not ideal. And it's hard to say, oh, I'll swing him out wide. He thought about it right there. What? Coming into the final turn. I think he was that was him peeking, right? Peeking to the outside. Yeah, he's right before they go from the overhead to the pan shot. So coming down almost down the backstretch. They go from pan to overhead, and at that overhead shot, you start to see him peeking outside. I think he's really contemplating, should I go outside? But the way it's shaped up, he was going to be 5 wide at the end of the day. I mean, so I think he saw that action flaring out in front of him to the outside, chooses to bring him back inside, and at that point, he's like, fuck, I got to do something. I've got the best horse in this race, and I got to find the way through. You can always see the Baffert horse. No blue nosies. Goal-oriented. So he's got room there. To me, goal-oriented is in the... Oh, he moves in right there. Goal-oriented was clearly in the 2 lane. The old B gap. I mean, he's flaring out. Goal-oriented is. To me, there's a lane there. Journalism sees it. Starts to take it. Goal-oriented. Squeezes him right there. At that point, midway through the turn there, I think Gosker is clearly in front in the 2 lane. Clever Again has the inside, and it's the same lineup behind with goal-oriented and Journalism. Clever Again starts to pull up, doesn't have the horse. Journalism and goal-oriented are pushing through. Journalism needs to go somewhere or else his race is done. So he squeezes, basically creates a new 2 hole. I mean, that's the tightest 3 horses. You guys have seen the replay, but when goal-oriented comes over, Flavian, I mean, he's basically throwing haymakers at that point, trying to knock him out. I think they're fucking holding each other's nut sacks with their front left and front right. Like, what are you guys doing? I don't know how they didn't fuck up a leg there. Crossed over. But Journalism fights back and ends up being the better horse between him and goal-oriented. Sandman was just hanging out the whole time. Being an above-average horse, going back to Sandman's trip here, coming out of the turn. Down the home stretch, he's just out there 5 wide, cranking, letting other 2 fiddle-faddle. Journalism right there with Sandman, pushes beyond them. Gosker is 5 lengths up. Next thing you know, it's a difference of what felt like 10 miles an hour, if not more. I wonder what the final speed was of Journalism at the line versus Gosker. But best horse race I've seen in a while. I love it. Rubbin is racing. God damn, Timberwolves, you guys are getting your ass spanked. Y'all suck. Just kidding. That's why you play 7. Wouldn't it be crazy if they only played one game? Just let all 30 teams in the playoffs, see what happens. No, that's a dumb idea. Don't do that. So, yeah. Preakness was great. Looking forward to the Belmont. Love the next couple weeks of tracking who's going to be there. Journalism's already up at Saratoga. Belmont at Saratoga. But, so, what else is going on in horse racing? Well, sounds like Junior Alvarado's trying to appeal his Kentucky Derby fine down to $31,000. I'll take the other $31K, bro. There goes Anthony Edwards. How much time is left? He's walking off. Oh, it's game's over. 0. Zeros. It was a hell of a win. Coming out hot. Thunder, they're tough, man. They got a good team. Active hands. Out hustle you. I think Minnesota, I mean, what they shoot like 900 threes. So if they keep doing that, it's just going to come down to whether they make threes or not. This whole team interview thing from the Thunder is starting to get a little weird, I got to admit. Let the guy have his moment. Also, the t-shirt thing from the Thunder, I got to say, is it just because other parts of the country have like a shit ton of leftover triple XL t-shirts? Because you look at some of these hombres in the stands, there ain't no way they fitting in the normal XL handouts. Yeah, and then you got old guys up front here that looks like they're wearing a dress. Jesus. This is a bunch of fucking robots out there. Oh, I'm gonna go to the game in Oklahoma City and get my free t-shirt. This is gonna be great. Get my free t-shirt. What's our star player's name again? Shy Gadris? What's his name? Saw where Michael Malone was thrown out. Time check, 13. Michael Malone pregame was thrown out saying best fans in America. What do you expect? There's nothing to do in Oklahoma. You got one thing to do in your entire city is go to a fucking Thunders game. You better be the best goddamn fans in America. But they got to give you a free t-shirt to show up. I'd say fuck that t-shirt. I'm going to wear my jersey. Wear this fucking child labor made goddamn t-shirt. Some hobo pissed on 3 days before in New York, and they threw it in a box and said, hey, give this to the Thunder fans. Fucking idiots. If there was ever a fan base that didn't deserve their team, I'd say that's the Thunder. That team is too good. That coach is too good for that fan base. Bunch of weirdos. Anyway, it's enough on that shit. So yeah, we'll be tracking to see who's going to go to the Belmont. I think it'd be a hell of a rematch if it works out. Wouldn't mind seeing Rodriguez finally make a race after having the scratch from the Derby. Looks like there's plenty of good horse racing sales going on. Wouldn't that be fun to go to a horse race sale? That would be a hell of an experience. Especially to whip out the pocketbook and have a little fun there. Journalism or Secretariat, not journalism. Secretariat's moving, folks. That ice starts to melt on top of the jello. Things are getting wet. Yeah, I don't know. Since last time we talked, a lot of playoffs going on. Maple Leafs had a sad ending. What were they up? 3-1? I forget. Was it 3-1 or just 2-1? I think it was 3-1. I don't remember. Fucking hockey, man. It's a hell of a sport. It's the best sport to attend live. You Oklahoma fans would never know that, though. So just stay down there with your fictitious noises. It's not even the Lightning. You guys are the Thunder. Ooh. Not even the Tornadoes. Just the Thunder. Ooh, so scary. But yeah, 4 teams that are left in hockey. I'm saying the Panthers. I mean, obviously we saw what happened tonight. Took care of them. I just don't see any way that the Oilers beat the Stars. I think Mikko Rantanen is just playing too good. And then in basketball, like I said, I mean, if the Timberwolves start stroking the three, they'll have a chance. But the Thunder are just all around team ball. Have that great supporting cast. So I don't see any way that they don't make it to the finals. Knicks Pacers, I think that'll be a fun one. If any of them's going to go 7, I feel like it's that one. If it was down to the last shot, you got 2 great players. You can't really decide between Halliburton and Jalen Brunson. So they're on some live nightcap racing FanDuel TV. Oh, yeah. Northfield Park, race 13. That's how I end my nights. Cheers to that. Secretariat's on the move, folks. We might have some action. Knock on your wood. 3 times. Throw those honorary guesses in. We're over 18 minutes. Get you in the honorary Gushers Club. Should we throw some money on these harness races? Anyway, Pacers next. Let's finish some predictions here. So we got NHL. We're saying Panthers, Stars, and I just think the Panthers are going to take back-to-back. It's hard to go back-to-back. Let's go Stars. So then we're going Thunder over the Wolves. Pacers, Knicks. Home court is to the Knicks. I think I might go Knicks. Let's go Knicks if you have to go one. Might just have too many playmakers at the end of the day. And then I don't see any way that the Thunder don't take care of business against either the Knicks or the Pacers. If the Wolves sneak past the Thunder, I think it could be a little more interesting. But I just think players like Cat will have a hard time with the Thunder. They throw so many different looks at you. They're a good team. The team will definitely deserve their first championship. And maybe some of the fans. Some. All right. Should we do a goal update? Get some updated goals on the board. If you've been here for the first 2 shows, you know we are constantly coming up with some new goals. We threw out 3 goals in the first show, added 1 every week. So we're going to come up with goal number 5 here today. These are long-term goals, folks. Some of them are going to take years, take a lifetime to achieve. I'll take care of the easy shit on my own. But these big, long-term goals, I need you to hold me accountable for. So goal number 1, the first 2 are day-to-day mottos that we're living. So those are achievable, but you got to do them every day. Goal number 1 is to make your day better. Live that every day. Make somebody else's day better. I'm here to make your day better. Not sure, no Oklahoma City fan. And we want you to leave this show with a smile on your face. Make your time worth it. Goal number 2, life is short, ride hard. It's a motto. Pretty simple. Goal number 3, someday we want to drive a harness horse. We want to get on that bike and ride. Ride, baby, ride. Doesn't have to be in a race. It could just be in a warm-up. But I think that'd be a hell of an experience. Too big to be a jock. So maybe we can be a driver. Goal number 4, we want to go to a game 7. We've never been to a game 7. We've been to a game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6, but we've never been to a game 7. It could be hockey, it could be basketball, it could be baseball. But someday we will attend the game 7. Doesn't even have to be for one of our teams. It could be for any team. So goal number 5, what are we doing today? Oh, yes. The old Waverly. Y'all know where Waverly is? If you watch Late Night FanDuel, like your boy, you'll sit here in the time zone of God, Mountain Time Zone, watching some New Zealand and Australia horse racing. And if you saw Waverly Race Club, racetrack, what's it called? It's probably the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. So someday we want to go to Waverly Racing Club in New Zealand. Go to Waverly. Gonna check their spelling over there. Waverly Race Club. It is gorgeous. And it is small and quaint. Could have a couple beers over there. Have a couple stogies. And then just enjoy a weekend of racing. I could stay there for months and watch some ponies. So look it up, folks. Waverly, we're talking to you. We see you. We're watching you here in America. You guys got some nice looking ponies, some nice looking countryside. What is that northern island called of New Zealand? I've never been to New Zealand or fucking Australia. We could go to Australia, but we don't have to go to Australia. We could just go to New Zealand. Can you fly direct to New Zealand? Or do you got to stop in Australia? Surely you can go to New Zealand. New Zealand. Hand model. North Island. Oh boy. I cannot pronounce that. Let's call it the North Island. Yes, it is called the North Island. That's where it's at. It's where to be. Secretariat's on the move. So, if you guys ever see me on the beautiful coastline of western North Island, New Zealand, you know I'd be hitting up Waverly Race Club. Betting on the ponies. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. All right. Hit on our goals. PGA Championship was this weekend. What is he now? He's got to be top 3, top 4 golfer of all time almost. Guy just continues to dominate. How many PGA Championships has he won? Is that 2? 1? I don't fucking know. Let's get a list of winners. Oh, that was his first one. I don't know why I didn't know that. Fucking idiot. Thought he had won a PGA Championship. So he had only had 2 Master Championships. Old Scotty Scheffler. Oh, Warwick Farm 2 running on FanDuel Racing here. Secretariat. It's up against the rail. Gonna hold in there. I just feel like the horses over in Australia and New Zealand, you never see any grays. Either chestnuts, bays. There's never any grays. Anyway. Someday we'll go watch them, though. Fucking beautiful animals. Beautiful. Maybe we'll add that to the goal list. It'd be fun to learn how to shoe a horse. Did we mention that last time? We should throw that on the goal list. You guys have random goals like that? Just like the most weird thing in the world to think about. Wakes me up at night. Shoe a horse. All right. It's on the list, potentially. It's not on the board yet, but it's on the potential list. Just took a little sippy sip there. This is what happens as Secretary gets on the rail. He holds in strong, gets on the thick part of the ice. You just never know how long he holds on. We're up to 29 minutes, approaching 30. He's a hell of a boy. Oh, you know what I was thinking about the other day? Is how many new football stadiums are going to get built over the next 10 years? And which ones need to get replaced? It seems like they've been building them like crazy. And if they keep going like that, I just feel like there's a bunch of stadiums in the Midwest and really all over that are in no better shape than some of these that they're replacing. So let's go through and look at some of these stadiums here as we wait on old Secretariat. Get those honorary guesses in, folks. Throw it in the chat. What time do you think he will fall over? He's got a pretty good stronghold there. I think that ice is really going to have to melt on this backside to shift. I mean, when that iceberg starts to rotate, that's when you get into some trouble. Try to keep that strawberry juice off the table. Oh, grandma's jello mold. All right, let's make some predictions here. Knicks stadiums to be replaced. Should keep up on this news a little better. Football stadiums are just fucking beautiful. Huge structures. So, let's sort this list by date opened. Wow, they haven't opened the stadium. That's what I'm saying is from really, I guess you go back to like State Farm. They've kind of every few years, they built a shit ton of them in late 90s, early 2000s. And then it was like every couple years. And then they had a 4-year break between MetLife and Levi's, which was the biggest break they've had in a while. And then it was kind of every couple of years, and now we're up to a 5-year break. New NFL stadiums and model planned. Future NFL stadiums. Stadiums of ProFootball.com. This is a hell of a website. I like this. Oh, yeah. Buffalo's building a new one, so that'll be the next one to open. Are the Bears actually proceeding? Yeah, they're all proceeding with these, aren't they? The Bears, the Commanders, and the Titans. That Titans stadium looks pretty cool if that's the actual rendering. Go look up the Titans renderings. Looks like they'll pack them in there. But then the outside just looks like a fucking convention center. Not about the outside. The inside looks cool, though. Buffalo Bills Stadium. Guaranteed to be a fun time. It's a nice looking stadium inside. The more people you can get in these things, the better. I hate when they build a new stadium. Like, isn't Levi's Stadium 50,000 something? Levi 68,000. US Bank 66,000. Why are we building stadiums that are in the 60s still? Let's get butts in the seat. Straight up 70-foot or 70 row section ones. 100 level. Get people close to the fucking field. Like, this Commander Stadium looks weird as shit. Like 19 different levels, trying to put a W in the end zone. Oh, Secretariat is a third off of the ice. You guys see that? He's got his rump to you. He probably moved a while ago. I didn't notice it. Time check. Taylor time, 34:30. Bam. We'll try to be quick with the stoppage, but all right, stadiums that need to be replaced. So oldest, they're replacing Soldier Field. They're never going to replace Lambeau. Arrowhead is a unique conversation. I feel like they could help themselves out by putting it downtown in a way, but it's also what Arrowhead is all about is the tailgating. So you got to leave it out there. Move the baseball stadium downtown. Keep Arrowhead where it's at. Highmark Stadium being replaced. Superdome. You're never going to replace that thing. I don't know where in New Orleans you'd even build another stadium. Hard Rock Stadium. I could see that one having something. Didn't they put the canopy on it 10 years ago or something. Oh, he's down. 35, 33. Got the pad wet. 35, 33. Wet bet show number 3. Put it on the board, folks. We'll check the list. If you got in after the time cutoff, you'll be in the honorary Gushers Club. If you got in before and you were the closest, you're in the actual Gushers Club. And that's a hell of an honor. Honor. Anyway. Yeah, I could see Highmark or Hard Rock getting replaced. I don't know. Never been down there before. Everbank Stadium sounds like it's not too far away from having conversations. Bank of America Stadium, it's probably okay. Downtown Charlotte, they're replacing Northwest Stadium for the Commanders. That thing was only built, no way, 97? I thought that was built way before that. Wow. Raymond James, they're not going to replace anytime soon. They're replacing Nissan. It was only built 26 years ago. So, yeah, we got 4 in the books. They talk about replacing Empower Field at Mile High. But that's a nice stadium. That's one of those stadiums where they pack the people in, 76,000. What's the biggest stadium in the NFL? MetLife. Yeah. Yeah, you got some big stadiums between MetLife, Lambeau's get people in there, AT&T, Arrowhead, and Empower. Those are all the ones over 75,000. Those are some donkeys. Big old honky donkeys. Someday, we're not going to make it to all these football stadiums, but we've worked on a few of them. Put those blood, sweat, and tears into these boys. Won't tell you which ones, but we've had our little fingers all over these things. Constructing these third wonders of the world. All right, folks. We appreciate you joining the Wet Bet Network. Show number 3. We'll come at you next week with another wet bet. Got to get somebody in that Gushers Club. Someday, we'll get you in there. We will see how it goes. But today, we're 35-33. It was a fun time. Secretariat fell. Broke his base off. It was wild. We'll get this all cleaned up. It's been fun. Appreciate y'all.